happy December. My name is Kristen. If you're new here, it is nice to meet you. I'm very excited to be recording today because it's almost Christmas. I believe it's December 9th today, and it's been a while since I recorded, but I've had a lot of finished projects and a lot of works in progress, and so I figured I'd hop on. My plan as of a few days ago was that today I was going to put my daughter down for a nap and I was going to sit and I was going to share with you. But my daughter is awake. You might be able to hear her playing. And so hopefully she'll be able to entertain herself. She's on her play mat for the whole video, but we'll see how it goes. She's 5.5 months old, so we'll see, kind of hit or miss. But ever since she started sitting up on her own about a month ago, I feel like she is able to entertain herself much better when I put the pillows around her and sit her with her toys. So we'll see how it goes. I do not have I do have a hand knit on today, but I don't have a hand knit sweater on. I have this yellow sweater on and I thrifted it when I was a freshman in college, when I did not know how to make garments yet, and it's thrifted. So I think we can excuse that, hopefully. I really like it. It's actually one of my favorite sweaters, and I just think the yellow is very cheery and cozy, and it's lightweight enough that I can wear it here in Florida in the winters, and it's perfect. I do have a hand knit though. I have my hand knit socks on. I hope you can see those, and my foot is not too much in your face. They have little butterflies. They're from Stone Knits, and I actually made, there's one last look before I put my foot back down. I actually made them. I made the first one the week, well, maybe it took more than a week, but the time leading up to my wedding, I was staying with my parents because I live in Florida, but I got married in New York. So I made the first one when I was staying with them leading up to the wedding, and I made the second one on my honeymoon because we went to Europe and we did a lot of traveling around by train. So I did a lot of knitting and I got a sock done there as well. So I really like these socks because they feel very special and nostalgic, and they were also my first really successful colorwork knit. They were not my first colorwork knit, but they were the first ones that I use and really enjoy. They are 100% cotton, which isn't really a sock yarn, but I didn't know that when I cast them on a few years ago. And I don't know where I heard that cotton was good for socks. I guess it's pretty durable, but they're not the most stretchy, and they're colorwork, but they fit. So they're great. They are nostalgic, and I really enjoy wearing them despite the fact that they are imperfect. But most of my knits are imperfect, so I'm not too worried about it. I also have my big basket of knitting here. These are all my favorite yarns and my current projects and ones that I just finished, so I've got a lot to share. And then I made tea, but then my daughter did a nap, and all of the podcasters drink tea while they're recording, but mine always just gets cold because I can't chat with you guys and drink it really at the same time. So I finished that already. I'm already cozy, and I'm excited to share. I wanted to start with, so my big goal for Christmas this year was to make 2 dresses for my daughter because we have Christmas Eve and Christmas, and we have so many people in our life. We are so lucky, but we can't fit them all into a day. So I wanted to make sure she had something really special to wear both Christmas Eve and Christmas. So my first work in progress to share is her Christmas Day dress. It is a Knitting for Olive colorwork pattern. This is what it's looking like. Just the yoke is colorwork, so I actually just finished the colorwork. Hope you can see that. I am really excited. I went up a needle size because sometimes I knit colorwork. I think a lot of people knit colorwork very tight, so I went up a needle size because the socks and a lot of my other colorworks are a little bit tighter than I'd like them to be, but I feel like because the needle size is bigger, the colorwork isn't quite as crisp as like theirs is, but I still love it. I'm very excited about it, and I think it looks really cute. The white color is Marzipan from Knitting for Olive, and then the brown, I know they have like 100 different browns. This is the one that I chose. I'm not sure what it's called, but I am loving how this dress is coming out, and this is technically it's my second Knitting for Olive project, but the other Christmas dress is my first. So first Knitting for Olive experience this Christmas, and I'm loving it. The yarn is perfect. It's a perfect in-between of like, it's not super washed and it doesn't feel plasticky at all, but I am totally excited to have my daughter wear it, and I feel like some of my more woolly, like really woolly knits I wouldn't put on my daughter, but this is perfect, which I believe was their goal in starting their own yarn, was they wanted something not super wash but baby friendly, and I think that they definitely achieved that, but I'll be able to comment more on that once my daughter wears it. But this is how this is going. I do not have a button picked out for it yet. I'll need one, but I think it looks really cute so far, and I just started it and it's going pretty fast, so I'm excited. My other knitting for Olive Knit is her Christmas Eve dress, and I finished it. Well, I almost finished it. It looks like this. This is the ruffle dress by Knitting for Olive, which I feel like is a very popular choice. I feel like I've seen it a lot in the color bottle green, also the Knitting for Olive yarn, and I love this color. I did the ruffle slightly different. I did mine shorter and I increased faster so that it's less of a drapey ruffle and it's more of like, I feel like it's more of like an in-your-face ruffle. And then I did kind of a 3/4 sleeve. I have not blocked it yet. And I always say I'm gonna block my knits and then I often don't, but I think I'm actually going to block this one because it's slightly uneven in parts, which is funny because it's mostly stuffed net. But I'm super happy with how it came out. I think it's perfect. I'm so excited for her to wear it. My daughter is rolling away. She always does this. I put her in one spot and then she ends up halfway across the room and she's not even 6 months. I can't even imagine what it's gonna be like when she can crawl because she likes to move around. But anyway, I did this dress, I believe, in the 15-month size. I know this one I'm making in the 12-month size because I'm working on it right now. This one's the 12-month size. This one I think is 15 months. I made it slightly shorter because I thought it was unnecessary for her to have it that big, but my daughter is she's a chunky girl. She, at her 5-month appointment, was like 22 pounds, which is really big. And I wanted to make sure this fit not just for Christmas. Like, I think in the spring it'll be cute with something, maybe a little florally headband or some cute floral socks. I think it'll be perfect. And here in Florida, you don't really need jackets ever, but a nice woolly dress I think will be nice in the spring when it's not quite summer weather yet, but it's not winter. So I think this will be perfect. I think it'll fit her around for a long time. I don't have a button on it yet. So there's a little keyhole opening in the back that I'd like to add. What are you talking about? Hello. There's a little keyhole opening in the back that I will need to add a button to. I think I have one that I'm considering, so if I find it in this bin throughout the video, I'll show it to you. But yes, this is her Christmas Eve dress. I think it's perfect. I highly recommend the pattern, and I definitely, even more so. Oh, really? Even more so, I recommend the yarn for both yourself or for a baby. I think that it is a really, really nice yarn. I really, 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 really love this yarn. I hope you don't mind the baby sounds. I feel like if I was watching a video, I definitely wouldn't mind a little baby sound in the back. We'll see. Another finished object that I made myself, and this is the first time I've made myself a garment in a long time. Like a long time. I made the Cumulus blouse, which I feel like is a very popular knit for a lot of girls online. They make themselves. This is what it looks like. It's striped, and it is beautiful. I am so proud of this. Oh, there's a little piece of hair on it. This is my Cumulus blouse, and I am so happy with how this came out. It is so cute and it is so soft. I really like this yarn. It's a Lana Grossa. Lana Grossa is the brand, and if you live in the US, I see Lana Grossa in a lot of local yarn stores. I feel like a lot more than some of the yarns I see. Like, I've never seen Sandusgarn in a US store, but I see it all the time online. But Lana Grossa I really like. I'm working on another sweater I'll show you next. Because now I'm on a bit of a garment kick, and it's actually also in a Lana Grossa yarn. But this one, hold on. If you look closely, I hope you can see it on the camera, but it has a little sparkle to it. And I just think it's so fun. It's very soft. I really liked knitting with this yarn. It was a bit slippery on the metal needles, but that was kind of nice because it's all stockinette, so it's okay if you drop a few stitches. Like when I'm doing color work and I drop stitches, I hate it because it's much harder to fix that problem. But with a stockinette project, I feel like you want it to go fast. And if you drop stitches or something happens, it's pretty easy to pick up and fix. So this was a great yarn for a all over stockinette project. I love the little stripes and I think it's perfect. I was going to hold the yarn double actually and marl it, so I bought the yarn thinking I would hold the lighter and the darker blue together and make a marl project, but then when I swatched it, I really liked how it looked single, so maybe that helps. Like it's a little bit sheer, but barely, and I thought this would be a good sweater for just like throwing over things. I didn't really plan on wearing it alone, so I kind of liked that it was a bit thinner that way, because it kind of looks more like not a shawl, but something you can throw over. I do, now that it's made and I love it, I want to wear it and I'm not sure what to wear it with. I thought maybe like a dark wash denim skirt would look really cool, but I don't own one of those and it's Christmas time, so I'm not really supposed to shop for myself, so I probably won't get one. But I thought that would look cute. Otherwise, I just might have to wait until the spring, but I have a few white dresses that are like tank top, tight, flowy, tight on top, flowy white dresses, and I thought this over that might be perfect. I don't know, it's super soft, super squishy, and it's only one yarn, or one strand, and I'm just super happy with it. I think that when I wear it, it'll feel very luxurious and nice, because it has a pretty high silk content and then some wool. I'm very happy with how it came out. Very excited. I am in a stage in my life right now where it's kind of hard to wear delicate knit like this because I can't just throw this in the wash, obviously, but I have a daughter who likes to spit up on me and such. So, I don't know, we'll wear it somewhere soon and it'll be very exciting. I just finished it. And then I immediately cast on the sweater number 11, also in Alana Grosso yarn from My Favorite Things Knitwear. And let's see how I can show this. This is the back, so you can see the increases. I hope you can see the increases there and there, which I really like. It's just a raglan increase, but there are a few stitches between each raglan, a bit thicker. This one I think only has one stitch between each raglan, so it's less noticeable, whereas this one has a few, so it creates a really nice increase there. And then this is the front, and I just split for the sleeves. And this yarn, I really like how it looks on the top as far as the striping goes. The stripes are gonna get much thinner as the project gets longer around. Like the body has more stitches than the yoke. So I don't know what the stripes look like. They'll be thinner. We'll see. I'm excited, and I like the color, and I like how the yarn feels. I kind of wish, I think this looks so pretty. So on the shoulder, when there's a lot less stitches, I love the kind of gradient there, and I won't get that when you go around because there'll be more stitches. So I might only get like 1 or 2 rows per color. You can even see at the bottom here, like that looks like a totally different fabric than that. But either way, I'm very excited, and it's knitting up pretty fast. I just finished the Cumulus blouse and I cast this on, but now I have to wait to work on it because I'm doing Christmas knits. So that's okay. I'm very excited about that. As far as Christmas knits go, I just finished a Christmas knit for my Christmas swap, which I was very excited about. I've never done a Christmas swap, and this year on Ravelry I joined a Christmas swap and I got paired with a great partner, and it was very exciting because, well, I've never done a Christmas swap, and then we got paired, and then she immediately sent me a nice letter in the mail, and I love sending and receiving letters. I think most people like receiving them, but not as many people send them. And with getting married and having a baby and buying a home and just all the things that we've done in the past few years, I've sent a lot of thank you cards, a lot of invitations, and it has made it a lot more enjoyable to make them more personalized. So I'm working on my Christmas cards now. I want to get them out by tomorrow. I'll show you guys one. I actually have them on the table, but I have been writing handwritten notes on all of them because I feel like if it's someone that I'm going to send a Christmas card to, I want them to know that it's special and that I really do want them to have a happy holiday. And it's more than just sending out cards. It's a connection. It's part of the holiday. So I've been doing that. But anyway, my partner sent me a handwritten letter. I sent one back, and it was really nice to have someone that I feel like was excited about the swap and I sent her a scarf, but I already mailed it out. I will show you the pattern I used. So I have the book here. Let's see, I have a lot on my table. I have a full coffee table. So this is our Christmas card. I think it's adorable. I made it on Canva, and then I actually just bought printer paper and printed it out myself. So it's my husband, my daughter, and me, and I edited on this little bow on Canva and the little Christmas hats and the writing. It says, "Love the Carolins, Merry Christmas." And then I wrote little handwritten notes on the back, and I have over 120 to mail out, and I'm almost done. So these are my Christmas cards. I think they're really cute. But I sent my Christmas swap gift the other day. It's supposed to get there by Friday, which is the 13th, which I think is perfect because she can open it early and it'll be something special, or she can wait until Christmas if she has the self-control. I know I would not. I was inspired by this pattern from the 52 Weeks of Shawls book, this book, which I love, and I've already used it several times, but I didn't do the pattern exactly. So this is the pattern that I was, this is a recipe for a cake that I had written down. This is the pattern I was inspired by, and I think it's really pretty. And I really like the colors they use, so mine was very similar. Mine, I used the Drops Air, and I did not do double knitting on mine, and then I just didn't do the color work over here. I actually didn't do the pom-poms either, so I just used the color work, really. I actually used my own construction. But I liked the colors she used, and I liked the color work. And mine similarly was a triangle, and then it drapes around. I'll link my blog post below, and I'll post a picture of it on my blog, because if you are a new viewer, I have a blog, and that's where I am most of the time, so I don't post as much here. I will try to do more, but if you want to follow any of my knitting stuff or life things, I'll link my blog below. It's babyfeverbabe.com. Oh my goodness. But I was really happy with how my shawl came out, and I think my partner's gonna like it. And I included a bunch of other things in her box. I was very excited to mail it out. I think I did a pretty good job. I hope she agrees, but I think I did a good job. I think she's gonna like it. Next, I have some heartbreaking news. My parents' dog got one of my knits. So actually in my Christmas card, I don't know if you can tell, but she's wearing a little hand knit that I made, and it's the Teddy Pants by Petite Knit, which I don't remember if I finished them in my last video. And they were perfect. I was so excited with how they came out. She wore them a lot. We went to New York for Halloween, and she wore them a bunch. And then my parents' dog got to it, and I was so upset. So it's supposed to be, you can see them, there's two little clasps, and it's one shoulder, and then the other shoulder got eaten. The reason why it is so tricky to fix this project, and it's not even that tricky, it's just gonna be kind of a lot of work, and it looks like, oh, it's just that tiny little shoulder. But this side, you knit the shoulder, and you knit it going down, so I have to pick it up and go in the opposite direction, which makes it a little bit trickier. And then this rib, and this rib are three different pickup stitches and rib. So I'm gonna have to knit in the opposite direction to fix the shoulder, and then pick up stitches 3 separate times to fix the rib, which is pretty upsetting. It was like 1 minute. Like we actually took the pants off of her to feed her a strawberry. She has this little, it's like a silicone container with holes, and you can put frozen fruit in it, and she sucks on it. And we didn't want to get the pants dirty with strawberry, so we took them off to keep them safe. And took them off, the dog must have grabbed them right away, and then we saw her, but we were too late. She's a golden retriever puppy, so she's very sweet, but she does eat everything. It was pretty heartbreaking, but I don't know if it was like her paws, because there's also a few loose threads, but those will be easy to fix. I'm not too worried about those. I'll fix this. I also have to buy more yarn for it, which I'm not thrilled about, except for the fact that I have, so this was the Drops Baby Merino, I think, and I have the Drops Merino Extra Fine, and they're slightly different, but I bought them in the same shade because I was going to make a matching hat, and then I ended up doing the hat in a different color. I don't know if I have it, but I ended up doing the hat in a different color, so I do have this skein, So I could just fix it with this one, but I think the baby merino is slightly thinner. But like, I don't know, does it matter? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I would love to hear if you think I should just fix it with this, and if you have any tips for mending something like this, because this will be the first time I ever mend something like this, and I'm a little nervous because I really loved how this looked on her. And the pants, I made them extra long so they fit her for a long time, so I'd really like to get it fixed after I finish my Christmas knit so that she can still wear it while the weather calls for something pretty warm and snug. So if you think I should just use this, let me know if you think that would work. Also, let me know what you think I should wear with my Cumulus blouse, because I don't know. And then let's see here. Okay, so I also wanted to show you guys a few other things. One being these buttons that I have that I think I might use for the keyholes on both of her Christmas dresses. You can let me know what you think. I actually sent a few to my Christmas swap person because she has granddaughters or grandchildren and they're cute baby buttons. I thought she'd like them, but I bought these on my honeymoon. They're little tiny bears. I bought them in Portugal and I used them for Neve's coming home sweater. I didn't know if she was a boy or a girl at the time, so I made this little sweater. And I can't believe that this ever fit her. I think that's so crazy. But I used the little bear buttons on that. And now I'm seeing that I have this folded and the yellow has come off on the blue. There's a yellow, do you see that yellow stripe? Which is, that's so strange. I've never had that happen. Like it was folded like this and now there's a yellow stripe on the blue yarn. I'll have to store this differently. I can't believe this ever fit her. This is a Lane's du Nord yarn. But anyway, so I used the buttons for that, and I have two more after using those and mailing some out. So I think on the back of her dress, maybe the bear would be cute. It's kind of cozy, kind of Christmassy. So it would look a little something like that on the back. My daughter's got a pretty big head, so we definitely need a little keyhole thing. So I have those buttons. And then I also bought something exciting that I have been scared to do as well, just like fixing my project. I bought these little tags to sew onto her clothes, and I think they're adorable. I bought little tags for Neve's clothes, and they say, well, I bought two different tags. I thought these were the right ones, but I was wrong. Oh, they're there. Okay, so I bought tags that just say Knit with Love by Kristen Carolyn, which is me, for other people. And I will tell you in a second my acquisitions for future knits, for Christmas gift knits. But for Neve's clothes, I bought these. They say, handmade for Neve, I love you, mommy. And I just think that's so cute. I'm so excited to add them to her clothes, but I'm a little bit nervous because I'm trying to decide if it would be safer to hand sew them or use my sewing machine. Part of me feels like the precision and the speed and I don't know, something about the sewing machine might actually work better. I can't even show it to you. I hand sewed one of these onto one of my projects, but it was a much smaller tag and it was fraying and it did not go the way I wanted it to. But these are my little handmade for Neve, I love you, mommy. I got them on Etsy, and then these are the Hand Knit with Love by Kristen Carolyn. And I just think they're both so cute, and I would like to add Neve's on before Christmas, but I'm a little nervous. So if you have any tips for that, let me know. I made this video to share what I'm doing, but I'm asking for quite a bit of advice. I hope you don't mind. And then let me tell you about two of my Christmas gift acquisitions. My first Christmas gift acquisition I want to talk about was a pair of mittens that I want to make my sister, and she just started going to grad school in Manhattan. It's really cold there, and she's very stylish, and I saw a pair of mittens online. What? Huh, hello. We're back. I really want to tell you about my acquisitions because I think they're exciting. and I like to hear about acquisitions. And you have crazy hair. That's a crazy hairdo. I would like to make mittens for my sister. She's very stylish, and she goes to grad school in Manhattan where it's quite chilly. And I think that she would really use them walking to class. So I want to use this Drops Air in white to make mittens. And then I saw a picture online that I was really inspired by. They took a red yarn and they knit 2 I-cords. And they made a little bow and they sewed them onto the wrist. They were plain white mittens with a little red bow there. What's that? And I thought that that was really cute. I really liked them. I felt like they weren't just plain white mittens. They had a little something special, but they would match everything and they feel kind of Christmassy, but you wear them all year. And I think my sister would really like them, so I want to make those. And then I don't think my husband will be watching this video, but if you are, stop watching this video. But I'm working on a project for him. I'm making him a tie, like a men's tie, but a knit one. And I don't normally love garter stitch, but I saw online some garter stitch ties that I thought looked really cool. So my plan is to make a garter stitch tie. I'm thinking, I also saw online, I've done a lot of research on this because I heard of this and he had mentioned it once and I didn't really know what it would look like. I don't know. I wanted to be really happy with it and I wasn't really sure how to make it look like pretty polished, because most of my knits I like to look handmade. I don't mind having imperfections in my knits, but if he's gonna wear it with a dress shirt, I think it needs to be a little bit more perfect than I would accept my knits being. And so I saw a garter stitch one with a flat bottom. So usually ties come to a point, but it didn't have a point, kind of flat bottom, and I think that looked really cool. So I'm thinking that in either a dark green or like not a really dark blue, but like a blue. I was thinking it looked cool in like a charcoal gray, but I feel like if you're gonna do a knitted tie, you should do something a little more fun than that. Like you know, a knitted tie, you want something that's like, oh wow, that's cool. And I think that gray might be a bit too muted for my liking. That is my plan. And then the last thing I want to do is make a balaclava for her. So I have a few hats that she wore last time we were in New York, but I don't know if they'll still fit. So I want to make her a balaclava because also she's moving around a lot and the hats were kind of falling off. They weren't too bad, but I just want something that's really sturdy. It's gonna stand, we don't have to worry about it. And I kept seeing Knitting Traditions on YouTube. She's my favorite YouTuber. She kept making the one with little cat ears from Knitting for Olive, so I might do that one. But I think that's all for today. I feel like I had more finished objects, but I had the Cumulus blouse and the one Christmas dress and then the scarf, which is already on its way. And then your next Christmas dress will hopefully be finished soon. I don't think I'll get my knitting swap gift before we leave for New York for Christmas, and we won't be back until January 4th. So I'll have something exciting to open when we get back, which is nice. And also, everyone in the little knitting swap group keeps talking about how they're gonna wait until Christmas, and I just wouldn't have the self-control. If it was under my tree, I would be opening it. So maybe it's better that it won't be here until after we leave. What's that? Hi. I'm really excited that it's her first Christmas. I bought her a few Christmas books. We've been reading The Mitten a lot, which is about a Baba that knits mittens for her grandson. And yeah, so I'm reading that. And then we also have a book called You're My Little Christmas Cookie, and we have The Grinch. And I'm so excited that she's sitting up because I think it'll make Christmas a bit more engaging. I feel like as soon as she started sitting up, she was able to play. She'll be more excited to get all of her Christmas things and to see everyone. And I really appreciate you tuning in, especially if you're still here just listening to me ramble. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas. I will be in New York drinking all the hot chocolate, hopefully enjoying the outdoors, because I've really been trying to become open to the idea of enjoying the outdoors when it's cold, because I've always been more of a warm weather person, which is funny for a knitter. But once she was born, I loved seeing her all snuggled up in the stroller, and I feel like babies sleep really well when they're snuggled up in a stroller and it's cold out but they're warm, and that's really made me like the cold weather more. So I'm hoping that we get to enjoy it. Maybe it'll snow. I know it snowed a little bit the other day in New York, so I'm hoping that we get some snow over there. But that is it for now. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you have a nice Christmas, and we will see you either on the blog if you would like to check me out there, because I am there more frequently. If not, hopefully I'll post another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.